Alright, welcome to the next tutorial, which is going to be on the topic of importing your images directly from a CF or SD card. So I've gone ahead and plugged in my card reader. It's a good idea to use a card reader instead of putting your camera directly into the computer. In case there's an electrical surge, your camera is protected, as well as the information on the card. If the battery dies or if your battery becomes low on your camera, sometimes the information on the card can become corrupt. So I've chosen to use a card reader. Sometimes the import dialog box detects the card reader upon insert. I've gone ahead and turned that preference off. So I'm going to need to choose the import button down on the lower left to bring up our import dialog box. And Lightroom 3 is smart. It can tell when there's a camera card in the image in the computer versus choosing another hard drive, and so it automatically goes to this copy option, which is what you want to make sure that this copy option is selected. Then we're going to go ahead and from the left hand side here, make sure that our card is selected. This card happens to be called No Name. Different cards may be named different things. And I can take a cruise down here and make sure that I have the images that I want selected. And then over on the right hand side, so if there's some really bad exposures or images that you just think aren't worth importing, go ahead and uncheck them. I want to go ahead and go carefully through the right hand menu. Under File menu, don't import suspected duplicates. That's good. We're not going to make second copies right now, but if I wanted to make a second copy to another hard drive, I could go ahead and check mark that and then choose the hard drive that I wanted to make a copy to. Under File Renaming, it's going to ask me, do you want to rename these files? I can choose to do that now on Import, or I can choose to do it later in Lightroom. I'll go ahead and do that now on Import, so I went ahead from the drop down and chose Edit, and I'm going to backspace here to clear out the buttons that were already here, and I'm going to reinsert them. I'm going to insert a custom text name, an underscore, that's Shift dash to get the underscore, and then a sequence number. And you can see a preview of what the file name looks like here. You can also insert a shoot name if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and say done. And then it asks me, what do you want your custom text to be? I need to enter that in, so this is Venice. The start number, 001, is what I want to start with. Okay, and it defaults back to 1, so it will be 001 because I did choose the 3-digit sequence number. And here's a sample of what it might look like. Let's take a look now at Apply during Import. If you have any development settings, you can apply those during Import. I'm going to add a new preset with my copyright because although my images may not share keywords on this card because they're of different locations, they definitely share copyright because they were taken by me. You can enter in as much information about yourself as you like, and we'll just cruise through here and make sure that there isn't anything else that I want to enter. So I'm going to skip adding keywords at the moment. So I've got my copyright preset. I could enter some keywords now if I wanted to, but you can also do that later. And so I'm done with the Apply during Import box. Okay, very important is this destination. So right now I'm looking at images that are on the card, and I want to choose a place to store them on my hard drive. This is very important. I'm going to choose to put them into a subfolder called Venice, and I want to put them into one folder. I don't like to organize them by date. And Then down below here, so this is where I want the folder to be, this is what I want the folder to be called. I want it to be put in the one folder. Then here, I want to tell it which folder to go into, to copy the images into. And I don't want my pictures to be stored on my actual MacBook. I'm going to close that. I want my pictures to be stored on my hard drive, my external hard drive. And I have a folder here with my name on it. And I'm just going to select this folder once because it's going to go ahead and make a folder called Venice and put it into this folder here, which is exactly what I want. So this is where things can become confusing. So you want to select the folder here to store your pictures into, and then you want to go ahead and make a subfolder with the name. I might even call it July 2011. I'm going to organize them into one folder because I don't like folders inside folders. And so it's going to create a folder called Venice 711 and put it in my Erika Gentry folder. So that is, now I'm good in terms of my settings for import. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, make sure that there aren't any stinkers I want to take out. And I'm going to go ahead and choose import. So you can see on the upper left hand side it's copying and importing. It's taking images off of my card and storing them onto my external hard drive. And here I have my folder with the Venice folder, and it looks like I made a mistake. It went ahead and stored the Venice folder outside of my Erika Gentry folder here, but I can go ahead as soon as it's done importing and click and drag this folder and put it inside the Erika Gentry folder. I hope that answers your questions about importing. Do let me know if you have any more. Thank you so much.